Hello and welcome to Chapter 3 of my series about HARDWARIO and microbit integration. If you haven't seen the first two videos, I highly recommend you to go and watch them because I will talk about a lot of things in this video that are connected to the first two videos, so you may be confused or you will not understand everything properly without watching the first two videos. In this video, we will talk about the microbit makecode editor. We will make some simple program with the blocks that are actually available for you without any extension. We will then go over the simulated microbit that is right here and why we can't use it with our HARDWARIO extension. Then we will do a simple program for temperature measurements with actual HARDWARIO extension block. Then we will connect your physical microbit to the computer and pair it with the browser so we can get the actual measurements from the temperature sensor and print it out into the serial console here in the browser again. So let's begin and make some simple program with the blocks that are actually here in the block palette that is available for you right at the beginning that when you are opening the microbit editor. So let's just open the basic tab and grab the show number function block and put it into the forever block. So what this will do, it will just show number 0 on the LED matrix right here. As you can see, there is a number 0. Now we can make it a little bit more interesting by adding some pause block here from the basic tab. Make it pause for 1 second and then put another show number block here with the number 1. Okay, the simulator updated and you can see that the numbers are alternating. Actually, the number 0 is here for a little bit more time because we have no pause behind the number 1. So let's put the pause for 1 second there as well. And here we have the first easy program for the microbit. What it actually does, on the start, it does nothing because there is no function blocks in here. And then forever block, here have show number 0, then it will pause for 1 second, then it will show number 1 and pause for another second, then go back to start. And this will go on forever. Okay, about the simulated microbit, it's actually pretty handy because you can not only print out some numbers into the LED matrix, you can also press the buttons that can fire up some event, or you can get the values on the pins right here on the bottom of the microbit. So we will do this right now. Go into the advanced, open it and get the pins tab. Grab digital write pin block and put it into on start block. Grab another one and put it right below that one, and we will choose pin 0 for number 0 and pin 1 for number 1. You can also do analog write. We will do that on pin number 2 and put 123 there. And now you can see here on this microbit, that the pin 0 is in 0, pin 1 is in 1, and pin 2 has 123. Okay, so now let's get rid of this program. We actually browse it a little bit more than we wanted to, so now we will move on to the actual HARDWARIO extension. So first we will grab block from the advanced again, it will be blocked from this serial tab. And you can see here there are a lot of write outs like write line, write number, write value, and so on. We will grab the serial write value function block and put it into the forever block. This just does that it will write the X and it will be followed by the number from this value block. So we will change the X to temperature, and now we can actually see the serial printout here in this new button that appeared, and it's show console simulator. If I click this one, it will open the console for me, and you can see that there are a lot of temperature zeros. This number actually means how many times it was printed out. We don't actually want this many printouts, so we will go back and put a little pause below the write value block. We will go for 1 second. So now, as you can see, there are a lot less write-outs in here. On the top here, there is a little graph that will plot once you have some other values than 0. You can see it go up and down when you are doing your measurements. So let's do the actual measurements, and we will do it by opening the HARDWARIO tab, grabbing the temperature value block, and put it here instead of the 0, right? Well, not actually, because we have the simulated microbit, and as you can see, there is no temperature tag on this one, so we cannot get any value. As you can see, there is NaN, which stands for not a number. That's the default value before any measurement is done on the tag, and since there is no tag, there is no measurement to be done. So let's fix this and go back to the editor. We can actually fix this the only way, and it's by plugging your microbit into your computer and pairing it with your browser. But last thing before we do that, let's open the HARDWARIO tab again and show you one thing that I talked about in previous video. If you hover over any of these blocks, you will get this little bubble with the help for each block, and you can read it if you don't know what to do with the block and how to use it, so you don't have to watch my videos all over again. When you are lost, you can just hover over the block and you can see what it can do. But now let's finally plug your microbit into your computer. You will need an USB cable. You will plug your microbit into it and wait for your Explorer to pop up. Here it is. You can basically close this one up. You will not need it. And now in the editor, you will click these 3 dots, pair device. You will get some pop-up. You will click pair device again, and you will get this little table where you can click your actual device and click connect. Now we can see some changes. Here the icon is different. This means that the microbit is connected, and here is one new button with show console device. This is the actual console for the physical device. So if you now click on this one, it will boot up and you will actually get some temperature from it. You can now go back and maybe we will change the delay so it is not so frequent. Now we will click download, wait for a while, After you get this prompt that the download is completed, you can click the Show Console Device again, and we will get the temperatures. Now, if I place my finger on the temperature tag, the temperatures will go up after a while. And now if I remove it, it will eventually go down again. Okay, now here you can see the graph plotting. So this is pretty handy as well. Now we can go back. And this is basically it. This is your first code in the microbit makecode editor. You can, of course, make some advanced codes if you want to, now that you know how to work with our extension, the microbit editor, how to connect your microbit into the computer. But if you don't know how to do it, we will go over it in the next video. You can also click on the JavaScript here at the top of the screen. This is basically just the blocks translated into the JavaScript code. Here you can see that there is some serial write value, temperature, and value of the temperature, and then we have some pause here. Okay, so that will do for this video. I hope you learned something, and maybe you can do some codes on your own now. If you don't want to, in the next video, we will talk about uh, a lot more advanced codes. We will try and make a simple thermostat, which will switch the relays based on the temperature. So if you want to know more about our extension or microbit, you can go and watch it right now.